ശ്രുതിസ്മൃതിപുരാണാനാം ആലയം കരുണാലയം നമാമി ഭഗവത്പാദശങ്കരം ലോകശങ്കരം. The chairman of the seminar, the principal of SriSankara College, Guruvayur, the head of the department, Dr. Lakshmi Shankar, and her entire teaching and non-teaching team, my dear students, it gives me immense pleasure and proud to present before you my inaugural lecture today on this auspicious Shankara Jayanti day. It is a matter of great pleasure that the department, the postgraduate department of Sanskrit of SriSankara College, Guruvayur, has come forward to organize such a very meaningful academic event to commemorate the great scholar, poet, ascetic, and that great national leader of integration, SriSankaracharya, on his birthday celebrations. Age cannot wither, nor custom stale the infinite variety of the genius called Shankara. Shankara is the epitome of India. Even after more than 1,000 years, the manifold effects of his gigantic impact in the form of commentaries, prakarana works, and sweet devotional hymns are palpable everywhere. He lived for only 32 years, but he continues scoring centuries in the world of thought, life, and light. For SriSankara's life is the shining example of Indian philosophy and spirituality lived and applied to daily life. He is the example of religion in action. No intellectual genius before or after Shankara had his scholarship and learning. As a saint and a yogi, he was one of the greatest the world has ever produced. As a preacher, he was the most outstanding. As an intellectual, he was without an equal. And as a commentator, he was the most authoritative and the most prolific. As an organizer, reformer, and a man of action, he was unparalleled. As a singer, he was the bard unsurpassed. As a creative writer, he is in the forefront of all creative writers. If we are to understand this grand multidimensional aesthetic and appreciate his works, we have to capture an understanding of the climate of thought in which he lived and functioned. At the time, there were various conflicting systems of thought in which he lived and functioned. At that time, there were various conflicting systems of thought in India, and the condition that prevailed can be best characterized as nebulous. Socially, philosophically, as well as religiously, there was no central rallying point from which men could view the entire panorama of Indian thought. The several systems of thought were narrow and self-sufficient and had nothing to do with one another. SriSankara makes a direct reference to the prevalent sects in his time in Dashashloki. Na Sankhya, na Shaivam, na Tat Pancharatram, na Jainam, na Mimamsagader Matamva, Visishtanubhutya Visuddhatmagatvat, Tadego Vasishtaha Shiva Kevaloha. It was at such a time that the mastermind of SriSankara set to work to produce unity in the field of religion, culture, and philosophy. We find clearly from a study of Shankara's works that his purpose was to reduce to unity and harmony under the hegemony of Vedanta. The multiplicity of collecting thought systems without destroying the integrity of the prevalent faiths. He could have brought everything to a dull level of uniformity, but he did not do that, for it militated against his idea of the richness of diversity in the world of faiths. Unity in diversity was his aim and not uniformity. Diversity connotes richness, but diversity, when it destroys the central unifying core, becomes chaotic and enemy of all progress and well-being of the society. SriSankara tries to introduce the meditating element among them and found it in the great philosophy of Vedanta, which was proclaimed as ultimate reality, a principle that is personal as well as impersonal, immanent as well as transcendent. As such, he fully deserved the title of Shanmata Sthapana Acharya. In his missionary work of propagating the great philosophical truths of the Upanishads, Acharya Shankara had a variety of efficient weapons in his resourceful armory. He appealed to the intellect through great commentaries on the Brahma Sutra, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Upanishads, heavily laden with irresistible arguments in vigorous Sanskrit prose, lucid in style, simple, with irresistible arguments. The Prakarana Granthas, explaining the Vedantic truths in a short form, in a very simple and brief way. To appeal to the heart, he produced out sweet devotional songs in which his pen danced itself to the rhythm of his heart and to the swing of his thoughts. I quote one or two examples from Saundarya Lahari, his mastermind, his masterwork. Konal Kanjidama Karikalabhakumbhastananada Parikshina Madhye Parinada Sarachandra Vadana Dhanurbanan Pasam Srinimabidadhana Karatalaye Purastadastamna Puramadhituraho Purushika. Again, Naram Varshiyamsam Nayana Virasam Narmasujadam Tavapanga Loke Patitam Anudhavanti Satasha Galadvani Bandha Kuchakalasa Visrastasachaya Hatha Truttil Kanjo Vigalita Dukula Yuvataya. There are several examples like this. What is the crux of Shankara Advaita Vedanta? This entire universe consists of two categories, that is Kshetra and Kshetrajna, the inanimate and the animate. Kshetrajna is Jiva. All his activities have the simple purpose of getting happiness and avoiding grief. He does not always succeed. On the other hand, he gets inescapably enmeshed in the web created by himself. Shastra says that his basic error is that he considers himself to be the body and searches for happiness outside him. Even though, in fact, he is actually bliss himself. That he does not know, this is his avidya, and in mistaking the body for himself is his adhyasa. How I am not the body? In deep sleep, that is sushupti, you have no connection with the body, etc. And you enjoy your own natural bliss. If it is natural, why do I miss it while awake? It is because you commit the mistake of considering yourself as the body. Why do I commit this mistake? It is because you do not know what you are and when you are totally free from the body, etc. Then whom am I? You are the Brahman. You are Brahman. Then what is Brahman? It is the material cause of this whole universe, including your body. How do I understand that I am Brahman? Brahman is Satyam, unchanging. Jnanam, that stuff which takes the form of various knowledge. And Anandam, unlimited in every sense of the word. The universe is Satyam, that is changing, that is, and Jada, inert, and Sandam, just opposite to Anandam, limited, unlike Brahman. So this is the great gamut of the Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta. Shankara has done it very well. He abridged the entire Vedantic lore, Vedantic principles into a small verse. Vastu Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Navara. As a Shastrakara, he has done commendable work, the authoritative work, without any parallel in the world of Nyaya Shastra, Vedanta Shastra, Mimamsa Shastra, Sankhya Shastra, and all. In Kavya, in the form of Kavya, in Sahitya, he was unparalleled. I am very happy to inaugurate this very serious academic event in the form of a seminar on Shankara Vedanta organized by the Postgraduate Department of Sanskrit of Sri Krishna College, Guruvayur. Thank you.